Hello.
Hiya.
Hi.
Ah, what ho?
Welcome to Sunday. Welcome to. Oh, it's not, is it? Oh, wow.
Not
This
quite
is
sure
this has
what
gone.
happened
This has
there.
gone spectacularly wrong, isn't it? Let's press that one then and put these ones up. There we go.
Ah,
Aha. So, hello from all four of us. My name is Dan from Trekkie Guys Galaxy. Next to me is Carl.
hello.
Hello. Beneath us is Sir Richard.
I'm from Yorkshire. I'm above all of you.
And next to Sir Richard is James.
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 Wakey, wakey,
Oh,
James.
this is awkward.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So, what we're here today for, boys? It's not Let's Talk Trek.
Well, this evening we've decided to do a watch along Wednesday,
Oh, yes.
and we all put in what we wanted to watch into a hat. James again went for Sub Rosa. Sadly, that didn't get it. I went for the Three Amigos, but that's not on Netflix. Although The Naked Gun 2.5 is, we could have watched that. Ah, what ho, James?
Ah, James, you made it.
I've got enough internet to open a window.
Actually, your picture looks the best I've ever seen it. It's not. Yeah, that's really good.
Perhaps it was saving itself up.
Ah,
You probably downloaded it in advance. Very well.
It's because we haven't used it all up on Sunday.
So, dear viewer, just to get this in quickly, if you'd like to watch along with us, we're watching Season 6 of The Next Generation, Episode 20, The Chase, which is named after Chase Masterson. Why it's named after her will become clear as the episode progresses. I won't spoil it for you, but we will explain why it's named after Chase Masterson.
no. Evening, Paul.
Well, I suppose we should really do the introduction again. Hi, my name is Dan from Trekkie Guys Galaxy. Next to me is Carl.
Hello.
Beneath me is James from the USS Riker's Beard.
Hello.
Hello, Manuel. And next to him is Sir Richard,
What ho?
who is still not above anyone. Wow.
Oh,
Is this what Parisi Squares is?
Yeah, I'm getting dizzy.
should totally wear the outfits from Parisi Squares.
Didn't Riker play Parisi Squares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tasha Yar, she led the TNG crew to victory, I believe, at Parisi Squares.
What was the one where Riker's dad and him are playing?
Kajakembu. So they're doing the ultimate martial art, which basically looked like Shadow from Gladiators
Yeah.
with the old big cotton bud.
No,
Yeah.
with the people stick.
That's
Yeah.
all. What
Actually,
do you mean, Shag
there's
Pulaski?
actually, they don't call it Kajakembu. That Kajakembu is actually a real martial art. It's quite a brutal one. I'm trying to remember what they call it. If Alan was watching, he'd be able to tell us, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Carl's got many screens. Carl,
I shall find
memory
out.
alpha.
It's not Kajakembo is a real one though, and that's quite a nasty one. So, and they certainly don't use big pokey sticks in Kajakembo.
No.
I thought they used the ones out of Gladiators with the big sponges on
yes.
the end.
Those
you
are the ones they used in Riker's martial art. Yeah,
You say big sticks. I've got a friend that does a screamer,
yeah.
which is stick fighting, I believe.
That's little stick fighting. They get little sticks with the screamer. The nasty little sticks. They're very hard. You get two of them.
Right. While Carl's finding out what martial art it was, Paul says, did we notice how the Facebook advert for this showed The Chase TV show?
I did notice that. Well,
Yeah,
I didn't
it
know
was
it was.
deliberate.
I didn't know there was a TV show called The Chase or what it was. So when it put it up, I thought James had just uploaded the wrong picture. So this was a topical joke, was it?
It was a topical joke. The Chase
Right.
is a quiz show hosted by Bradley Walsh.
Oh, isn't he the one from Doctor Who?
Ruining Doctor Who.
Yes.
Oh, not the nonce who's keeps falling off a bicycle.
Wow, Richard.
That's an unusual word. No,
Yes.
Bradley Walsh is the elderly gentleman who has the grandson who fell off the bicycle.
Oh, he's not too bad.
If you
He's
are
all right.
watching and you are easily offended,
Anbo Jutsu, apparently.
I've just realised why I
Bradley
can't get my
Oh,
Bluetooth
good
earphones.
timing, Paul.
This computer doesn't have Bluetooth on it.
Take it up with your IT department, James.
So before we start, there was a lady that came into my store last week and she bought a wireless charger off me. And a wireless charging plate is a plate that you can put your mobile phone device onto and it will wirelessly charge. And she brought it back the next day and complained at me that it didn't work. So which I was like, well, tried it with mine. Yes, it did. You know, you can return it if you want. And she's like, no, I plugged it in and left it near the television and it wouldn't charge my phone when I was on the sofa. And she thought a wireless charger was you just had to have it in the room and it would wirelessly charge your phone anywhere in the room.
Amazing.
Like wireless internet. Oh, I thought, is that not how it works?
That's actually, we're not far away from that. So the Japanese were doing this about 10 years ago. Where they were looking at promoting it, and you'd be in the room or something, and you'd be able to charge it. It's technology that does exist. So I suspect that your customer had been reading her monthly edition of New Scientist, and that jumped into her subconscious, and that's how the error was made.
Do you think comm badges in Star Trek World are like wirelessly charging? Because you never see anyone like plug it in. You know,
this genuinely is something. I've got all my New Scientists are downstairs, but yeah, this is something that that in Japan they have been doing for a while now. Proper wirelessly charging, where you can just walk about and it charges as you wander around. This is doable technology. This is around now.
You often see a scene where someone's got the comm badge at the side of the bed. You know, but you don't see any wire plugs into it charging it up at night. You know.
Well, I think that's how they do it. Personally, I think the comm badge isn't going to be a thing. I think it'll be implants. You know, you can buy an NFC tag implant kit off of Amazon. Comes with a needle and everything, and you inject it into the fleshy bit of your hand, and have an NFC tag in your hand. The needle's got like a 3 millimeter diameter though. I bugger that.
Not for me, that.
This sounds like an experiment for Let's Talk Trek reunion. Trek Noir.
That sort of thickness of that screwdriver, and you just punch it straight in. No.
Oh.
Oh, we're loving the look of confusion.
It's all right. I've been dealing with the fact I'm still trying to get hold of my dinner, and my 3-year-old is crying next door, and I've had enough. She can stay in there.
What ho, Christian? If you're a little late to the party here, please boot up Does Netflix, and we're doing season 6, episode 20, and we're going to watch along. The episode is called Does Chase.
Other streaming services may be available.
But we're using Netflix because it's the best one. Because Amazon Prime is rubbish. And Disney Plus is rubbish. They don't have a decent home screen. No, has anyone else noticed this? Disney Plus and Amazon Prime don't have a continue watching bit that's straight on the home screen. You have to faff about going for all the rubbish you don't want to watch before you can get to your continue watching bit.
Has anybody actually been brave enough to press the button on Netflix that says randomly choose something for me?
No.
Yes.
I can't.
Oh, is there such a thing?
There is. I was taken to a program about bondage. where a woman employs her gay friend from high school to help her be a bondage mistress in New York.
I see. I've tonight just finished watching the last episode of Loki.
Oh, was any good?
Good.
I've watched
I
the
haven't
second to
seen this
last.
week. Yeah, I haven't seen this week's yet.
I've started watching on Amazon Prime, funny enough, a series called The Night Manager with Hugh Laurie and Loki actor Tom Hiddleston. It's absolutely. I'm 2 episodes in. I'm absolutely hooked. It's superb.
Oh, this is the
5
show.
years ago.
This is the show they thought was Tom Hiddleston's audition tape for being Bond.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, but I tell you what, it's a John le Carre one, so it's a bit far fetched, but it's really enjoyable. It's fantastic. Yeah. Right, dear viewer, we're probably just a few minutes away now. If you want to line up your Netflix, season 6, episode 20, The Chase. James, if you could take a moment or two to explain why you chose this episode.
I didn't.
I was going to say
Carl
he
did.
didn't.
Carl, if you could take a moment or two to explain why you chose this episode.
Yeah, of course. Well, basically, the reason I chose this episode was because James threatened us all with Sub Rosa.
Dan,
And I-
if you
I
could
wasn't
take a
willing to
moment
let
or
that
two
happen.
to explain why you chose this episode.
I missed the staff meeting and had no idea we were doing this until I looked at my phone with James going, "Well, one of you please answer me."
Somebody make a decision.
So,
Well, yeah, that was the threat. I said, basically, if you all ignore me, it's Sub Rosa.
Yeah, I wasn't willing to take that risk, so I
so you just randomly plucked this one out of the air.
At that point, I was arguing with a woman about a wireless charger.
At this point, I was searching on Netflix to see if they put the Three Amigos back on, and they hadn't. But the Naked Gun 2.5 was there, and I had to put it on. Couldn't not start watching the Naked Gun 2.5. And the opening scene is them at the White House, and Frank Drebin gets introduced. And this is Lieutenant Frank Drebin, who's killed over 2,000 drug dealers, and he stands up and goes, honestly, the last 2 I accidentally backed over with my car. It was just good luck they turned out to be good. Oh, why aren't we watching that? Oh, God.
So I saw on someone's Facebook memories the other day, yesterday, Anne-Marie's Facebook memories was virtual TrekCon, which we took part in. Can you believe that's a year ago now?
Really? They've not asked us back.
Well, they've only had 2, and we were invited to both of them. So.
Yeah.
When was the second one?
October.
So
We did that one.
Why didn't we participate?
We
We
did.
did.
Well, we only did one, didn't we?
No,
No,
we didn't.
No, we've
do.
done 2.
Oh, okay. Well, lockdown, it all sort of blurs into one, doesn't it?
See, if you've got something important, Dan, that you don't want anyone to know, tell James, not me.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, we have a safe for sale for collection only in Broadstairs. If anyone watching would like a bank safe, have we got keys?
Yes, it has keys.
Keys, a full proper iron safe, collection only. Or if you're watching this and you're a criminal, there's a safe full of jewels in Broadstairs, and the door will be left open tomorrow evening.
How big is the aforementioned safe?
Standard safe size.
Well, I'm looking at my safe here, and my safe here is big enough to put a laptop in. So
Yeah, you won't get it up. Any
You could put a
stairs.
desktop in this one.
no, I'm just thinking you could probably bring a scrap man, and he'll take it off your hands for weighing in.
Actually, no. Do you know why safes are so heavy?
Concrete.
Concrete, yeah, full of concrete.
So the
Not
scrap
worth
man
all
doesn't
the
want
scrap. Yeah. But this one's full of jewels. If a criminal wants to come and take it away,
it. Yes, no need to look inside and check.
No, you can trust us.
full of jewels.
Safe, bro. Safe. Right. Let's turn on the episode, I believe.
Shall we?
Okay.
Well, I wonder if we could post it on a magician's forum. They're always after stuff like safes, aren't they? Right. I'm ready.
Ready.
Hang on.
You're going to-
Oh,
No, hold on. James is downloading the internet.
right, ready? I'm
He's
queued
just
up. Just
widening
had
his
to open
bandwidth.
it if we-
Eins,
We're
Feins,
We're
Tries.
going to count down.
Okay.
5,
Full.
4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
Shot of the Enterprise moving away with you having no concept of how fast it's going.
I do like a good nebula.
Oh, there's Tracy walking past. She was doing that a lot at the party at DST last time, wasn't she, Dan?
Yeah. A plant pot that someone's obviously been to the reception at Paramount and said, look, just grab that from reception. We're going to put it in the scene.
Tell me what's happening, boys, because my Netflix has frozen. It hasn't actually started. I'm going to guess where you are.
The lights have just gone up in the observation lounge.
And it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What
Basically,
time
they
is it you at? It finally started.
found the gnome that
We're on
Picard stole.
44 minutes
from the
left.
Academy.
So 1:15 in-ish.
Ready? I'm at 120.
Can we once again
That'll do.
make
I'm gonna just jump in there.
Can we put a little video extra window in with a video of just time so people can keep track?
Yes. Not right now, but
Dynasty, not
what gets
dynasty.
me
Did you hear
about
that?
this is all this grandeur and amazement about the Kurlenascus that they found. And it's daft because come Generations, when the Enterprise crashes, he just launches it out the way so that he can find his photo album. He don't care about it then.
Oh, is that the same prop, is it?
Yeah, same
Yeah.
prop.
Oh, wow.
He treats it almost contemptuously.
Yeah. He's got it in his hands, and like Riker's like, "Oh, is this what you're looking for?" And he goes, "Oh, yes, that's it, number one, thank you."
So it's the book he wants, isn't it?
Yeah, just launches the Kurlenascus over his shoulder out the way. But then we do see it again in his Quantum Archive in episode 1 of Picard.
Look, is his Quantum Archive actually physically stuff, or is it like digital copies of some kind? 3D photographs or something? Because it all seems to unpack apart from the painting, as though it's not really there. Because do they call it the digital archive?
Yeah, Quantum Archive, isn't it?
The Quantum Archive.
Maybe it's something along the lines of a replicator storage facility. Maybe it just takes the original object, digitizes it down for storage. Yeah. And then just regenerates the original from that.
Maybe
look,
maybe at that point,
found his Easter egg.
maybe at some point in the 24th century, we turned one of the outer planets into something like a big yellow storage, and you just ship it off to a locker somewhere,
Yeah.
It's like when you open up the big truck from Micro Machines and there's lots of little ones inside.
Or one of the Russian dolls,
Matryoshka dolls. The guy who played Dr. Richard Galen, pronounced Galen, even though it's spelled with an E, only died in May of this year, age 106.
Yeah.
Oh, the job on the screen now.
Yes, the archaeologist.
I served a gentleman today who is 98 years old and came in asking, could he have the latest iPhone? And he already had last year's latest iPhone. I was like, there's nothing wrong with the one you've got. He's like, no, I just like to have the latest one every year. I'm like, fair enough.
Well, it is made by Apple.
I was like, it is 1,500 quid. And the guy was like 98. And he went, it's only money.
Well, he maybe
Okay.
thinking you can't take it with him.
You
You know?
should have said, why not have two, sir?
Yes.
In case this one needs to go into the shop for a service.
Hello,
Yeah, what
blatant
kind of
millionaire.
salesman are
Have
you?
you met my student loan?
It is preposterous. Phones like cost 1,500 quid nowadays, and you know, you're supposed to upgrade them no later than every 2 years. It's astonishing.
Well, it isn't preposterous at all. It keeps me in a living. So, the entire concept is paying for us to go out in a couple of weeks. You know,
Good evening, Ben. If you'd like to watch along with us, we're watching TNG Season
oh,
6, Episode 20, The Chase. And we're 5 minutes, 30 seconds in, and we're just the intro. Credits are rolling.
Ben's from Liverpool, and we're going to Liverpool. Maybe Ben can recommend some good places to go.
Yes, where should we go, Ben? We're going to Anfield for a stadium tour. James is particularly looking forward to it.
We're taking Richard. We're telling Richard we're going to Anfield for a stadium tour, but we're really going to Goodison Park.
Actually, I'd like to see around that. It's been torn down soon, so why not?
I
miss
really
boys and
don't care,
girls.
but I might just go on the Smithdown 10 pub crawl and repeat it from, must be 30 years ago I did that.
We thought we'd take you to the cavern, James, so you can see the Beatles.
They're
Well, it's
not really
the original
there.
one, though, is it? That's no longer there.
No, it's moved slightly.
Ah,
It's like
well,
a
the
Tom,
buttons
it's
are
like a
right,
Tom Paris bar recreation in Voyager. You know, almost right. But
Thank you, my love.
thank you, Claire.
Thanks, Claire.
Ta, Claire.
Look, shepherd's pie. Lovely, lovely.
Ooh, nice.
With real shepherd. First week of September, Ben.
So, if any of our viewers happen to be in the north of England,
Yes.
that
Well,
bit north of London, during
to
that
clarify.
weekend, we'll be doing stuff.
Just to clarify for actual geography people, the northwest of England, don't head to the north because you'll be bravely disappointed when you get there and we're not there.
Well, we're going up north. It's north of the M25, isn't it?
It is.
I don't think there's a lot of civilization north of there, so I don't think it would be hard to find.
No, the news stops reporting once you hit the M25.
Yeah. Well, we'll send up a flare, and anyone who comes close, they'll know where we are.
It's not an episode of The Walking Dead.
I recognise this gentleman from something else.
Nadim says, are we doing anything Trek related in Liverpool?
Well, we'll be drinking and talking about Star Trek.
I should be driving, so I won't be drinking.
I don't know. Isn't there? I believe there's something in the north. Isn't there in Blackpool some sort of Star Trek?
No, that's
It's dead,
gone.
isn't it?
That's gone, unfortunately.
Oh, that's gone, is it?
It was only a time-limited thing.
Ben, we're just coming up for the day. We are doing a couple of different things. We are one day is Liverpool, one day is Manchester, one day is relaxing at home watching Star Trek.
Oh! If we go to Manchester, are we going to see Bez from the Happy Mondays?
No, we are going to the Imperial War Museum.
Oh, cool.
So that you can bring your Brigadier's outfit and confuse the staff.
For our Sunday show, by the way, this must be one. I think we'll just play blankety blank until someone wins this.
When you guys come up for your thing, Nadim, you're more than welcome. When you come up for your thing, we could do a watch along of the John Barrowman DVD.
No, we're going to get rid of it.
This is going to be precious time over that weekend.
Do you know how if you put something in the post and you don't put a stamp on it, the other person has to pay for it when they receive it? We could just post it to a really random address, and then the person pays thinking it's an amazing parcel, and when they open it, it's just a John Barrowman DVD.
Why don't we post it to John Barrowman?
I was about to say, send it to Mr. Barrowman, make him pay.
It would be the ultimate Rick Rolling of somebody, you know.
We could post it to him with a self-addressed envelope, asking him to sign it and post it back, and see if he does. Either way, we'll either A, be rid of it, or B, have a signed Barrowman DVD. I think
Let's
either
see
way,
if
we're
we
on to
can
a
get
winner.
more money for it. Oh, here comes Dr. Bev.
Picard just casually with his colonoscopy on the side there, just like, look at my priceless artifact.
Where do you keep your Kalaskas, Crusher? Oh, you don't have one.
Let's have a look. Ben says there's loads to do in Liverpool. Just depends what you're looking to do.
Strippers.
Car theft.
If you get on the ferry across the Mersey, do they still insist on playing the song?
Is there a Hooters in Liverpool?
Oh,
There's hardly any in the States.
I went to
Yeah.
one. I went to one in Mexico. Are we after 9 o'clock?
yes,
Yes.
just.
I went to one in Mexico. Are any women watching?
Yes.
The Richard and Judy don't do This Morning from Liverpool anymore, do they? Because it's now Holly and Phil, and they're in London.
Oh, is that chap still jumping across the weather map?
No.
No.
Fred, I think, went to prison for being very naughty, but
He did.
Really?
yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
What, the guy who jumps from thing?
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
Tax?
He was not the nicest of people, unfortunately.
Oh, not one of the Operation U Tree, was he?
Oh, very much so.
Oh dear. Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
yeah. So I'll never bring to fruition my plan to get an outboard motor and drive the weather map out into the Mersey.
Or just add an extra island.
Why does he call him Mr. Picard and not Captain Picard?
It was addressed earlier in the episode when you wasn't listening.
Well, so
He was a
enlighten me.
student. This guy.
He was a student, and he said,
He
"Oh,
is
Captain," and Picard said, "No, please call me Mister."
Oh, did he?
Yes. Ben says, drinking wise, the Baltic market is a place to go. Yeah.
This is sort of like when I go to a different dojo and I wear my white belt.
What? Your white belt?
Yeah, when I train at a different dojo, you always wear a white belt out of respect, even though if you're a higher belt or a first Q like I was.
Oh, I see.
Why does Professor Galen's waistcoat look like they cut up some rug that was lying around the production office?
I think that's probably because what they did to make it was cut up some rug that was just lying around.
Here, wear this horrible green tunic thing and shove this rug on top of it.
What do you reckon the big blue balls on the wall do?
Not enough, obviously.
I seem to remember in Generations where the Enterprise is crashing, you see those, they sort of appear to short out. You know, what were they doing? I mean, they just the big, dangerous electrical thing.
It's the Wi-Fi.
Maybe it's the windows to the dolphin section.
Ah, yes.
That's Stargate. That's Stargate.
No, the Enterprise D had a
Cetacean Ops.
cetacean ops,
Cetacean operations, yeah.
which was a section for onboard whales and dolphins.
Mm.
It's in the blueprints.
Totally is.
You're
It's in
thinking
the
of
technical
Stargate.
manual as well.
I'm really not.
Are you getting your copy down, or shall I get mine?
This one.
Oh no, I was thinking of. Hang on,
So the actual blueprints.
this one.
Oh yes, I got that one too.
Cetacean Ops was also referred to a couple of times. Once in yesterday's Enterprise, so it's not necessarily the same ship, but it has been referred to in the Prime timeline as well.
It has. The episode with Dr. Hewer from Buck Rogers in. Geordie says, "Have you seen the dolphins?"
Yes, that's the one.
It's a lovely wireframe of engineering.
Did anyone see that link I put on the Riker's Beard page the other day with all the 3D photos, so you can sort of move around and pan around? That's brilliant, that site.
But for copyright reasons, no, I did not.
Oh, it doesn't seem to mention the Cetacean Ops in here.
I always feel bad
I
about
thought it
posting stuff like that on Trekkie Guide because as much as stuff is really cool, now the site is hitting 2 to 3 million views a month. I get a little bit nervous about drawing a lot of attention to someone's blatant copyright infringement.
Well, I don't see any problem with it.
Well, if it's out in the public domain and you're just sharing it.
It's in the public domain. You're merely pointing people towards it.
Yeah.
What, like your safe full of jewels?
Yes, my safe full of jewels that can be found at 5 Lloyd Road in Broadstairs in the back room. And if you ask kindly, I'll leave the back door open.
I can't wait for you to try and move it to find it's bolted through the floor.
God, this episode's dull, isn't it?
Ben, we will let you know the date. I think we're doing Liverpool on Friday, the something or other.
Something about the 3rd, is it?
I think it's the 3rd.
3rd or 4th, something like that.
The Friday of that week.
The concept sketches for the Enterprise E.
I really like the first one.
I think they used it for the Equinox.
Oh, James has run out of bandwidth.
I bet he's run off frantically to put 50p in the meter.
Yeah. He might need £1 if he's streaming from Netflix as well as streaming to us.
Hold on. He lives in the south. It's probably £2 for a meter down there.
Oh, I think we have incoming.
Has he put money in the electric meter? He has put money in the electric meter.
His butler just got back on the push bike to power the dynamo, which charges the internet.
You know what it is? He discreetly turned his camera off then when he stuffed his face full of shepherd's pie and then came back on once he'd done it.
The conference cannot wait, Jean-Luc.
He looks like the most middle-class DJ imaginable.
The Spin Master.
Bit like a suspicious trip to Thailand, isn't it?
And here we have James in his DJ ears in the screen.
I'll have you know that my DJ name is MC Faux Shizzle.
And I am MCPC.
Oh, would we get into trouble with copyright for doing this?
Yes, turn it off.
Let's
Yes,
not do
we're
that.
getting the trouble.
Oh. Gives you an idea of where we're up to, though, people.
How far ahead are you, James?
Ahead, I was at the same point you were.
How far is James?
Troy's just walked into Thingy's ready room.
Richard, the answer you're looking for is season 7, episode 4.
I always thought Picard deserved a better computer than that.
I read a
He's
fascinating
only got one
article
button.
today. Apparently, Marina Sirtis was Prince Charles's date when he went to watch the premiere of First Contact at the Odeon in London. She got a call from Buckingham Palace saying, would she please attend with His Royal Highness? And she thought it was a joke at first. She thought it was a wind-up, but no. She went and she spent the evening with Prince Charles watching the First Contact premiere. Apparently, he was a perfect gentleman and really nice and kind and fun and happy to talk to, and had to ask several times during the film, what bloody hell is going on? Because he didn't have a clue. Obviously, he wasn't a Star Trek fan.
What is it that you do on the Enterprise?
No, Charles, not Philip.
Well, could have been worse. Could have been Prince Andrew.
Just look at these shots. Do you chaps all agree with me? The TNG uniforms look the best out of all of the ones that we saw on TV.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them the
I
most.
tell you what, I'm going to be so bold to say that the TNG bridge is probably the best bridge as well.
I agree with that as well. It's just so much beige. Every shot there's beige in it. I love it.
I know that
Do you
certain
think we should
people like,
redress the Riker's beard one in more Battleship Grey?
No, beige.
I know that like people like Neil would disagree and say it's a TOS bridge.
No, the TNG bridge is the best.
I mean, look at it. It's such a magnificent bridge. Picard's even got a Velux in the top of it. You know, he can look out into space just by leaning back in his chair. What's that, Ben? DS9 bridge, nice and dark.
But it's not a bridge. It's an operations centre.
It's control room. Yeah.
Oh, maybe he means Defiant.
Bit small, bit pokey.
Built for hobbits.
Well, go have a look at that site I mentioned with all the 3D scans, and you can have a look around all the bridges and make your choice. What, like humans and betazoids mating?
Kaplunk.
Surely for this now, I mean, just for argument's sake, you would need a pure specimen of the species to get the right DNA coding out. Because if you had, you know, for instance, Spock half human, half Vulcan, you wouldn't have a pure piece of DNA to pull out to throw into the algorithm.
Well, you've given a good example there because the Vulcans are based, their blood is copper based, ours is iron based. Well, how the hell do those two biologies meld?
Not a clue.
Guess what that program is?
Lost for thousands of years. Can you imagine how pissed off the Klingons would be, thinking, "Oh, we've got something amazing here." They get it all together, and then Barrowman pops up.
In fact, could we recut this episode with the use of computers so when the thing appears at the end, it's not. I forgot what it's called now. The computer program that tells them all it's a big puzzle. It could be John Barrowman instead.
It could be arranged if I had enough footage of Mr. Barrowman.
We could do that if we write to Mr. Barrowman nicely.
Well, he is on Cameo and similar things. You can pay him to say what you like, but there's plenty of those in the public domain.
Oh, is he on that, is he?
Yeah. Oh, that's a really cheap-looking pad.
Hmm.
Go to where a church steeple points east.
Oh, James has gone again.
Still alive?
Yes, very much like that. I've nipped off to get some refreshments. That was very much like that.
Why does he shout? Because it's like when old people use phones, isn't it? Whenever he goes Picard, he always shouts. It's like you don't have to shout. The microphone's right there. You don't have to shout. That's what it's there for. I mean, they're adjusting the regiment. They could probably hear him shouting from there.
Actually, if he was an old person, he would go Picard 1701, which is what old people do. They answer the phone with the last four of their phone number.
And if they're American, don't they say gopher?
This is the, I believe, the only Trek episode where we see a female Cardassian gull.
Sector. Oh, look, her spoon is blue.
Mm.
You think she was a bit pissed when she put her makeup on? Have you seen that Simpsons episode where he invents things and he invents a makeup gun and he accidentally sets it to whore and then shoots Marge with it? That's what's happened to this Cardassian. She had her makeup gun set to whore. We were just talking to Priscilla, Queen of the Cardassians, aren't we? What are you doing here?
That's a nice VFX shot.
That's lovely. Not me, I'm an atheist. The others probably do all right, though.
Not me. Sorry.
Probably not.
Consider the lily. That's not Carolyn Seymour under there, is it?
Might be Eddie Izzard.
Just the voice.
I don't think so. No. Oh, it might be.
I would look it up, but I don't think I've got enough internet.
Don't worry, I'll do it.
Oh, no, she sounds far too American now. That's not her.
Yeah, sounds a bit too American.
No, it's Linda Thorson.
Linda Thorson? Not the one who used to be in the Avengers.
Possibly. Yes, it is the one that was in the Avengers.
Well, Tara King. She was the last companion within the classic Avengers before it became the new Avengers with Gareth Hunt.
If you are on our live stream, and obviously Jesus does love people, don't forget to tune in on Sunday for when Richard will be doing a cover of Jesus He Knows Me by Phil Collins and Genesis on his guitar. That will be Sunday at 10 p.m.
See, I may be doing a cover of the Vaseline's rendition of Jesus Does Not Want Me for a Sunbeam. But we'll see.
In fairness, in as much as we are, obviously everyone in the world is free to their own beliefs, and we won't judge or say anything about anything in their own beliefs. Personally, religion is not for myself. That's probably the nicest way I can say this.
I think the nicest thing to say here, Jean-Pierre, would be that this is a Star Trek watch-along. Go and peddle your pamphlets somewhere else.
Oh, I'm not losing of a follower.
You
Well,
remain happy in your godless universe, Richard, and I shall remain happy in mine.
Well, this was one of the rules that Gene Roddenberry laid down, wasn't it? He was insistent there would be no religion in the start. It wasn't until he shuffled off that they could bring it into DS9.
Although, interestingly, Gene Roddenberry was also a firm believer in IDIC.
Was he?
Infinite diversity and infinite combinations. So, there is a place in the world for everyone on their view. That's probably
Speaking
nice.
of Roddenberry, this is classed as one of the most Roddenberry-esque episodes of TNG.
Nonsense.
It is.
That one where they find the Irish in space.
Don't they find them in Voyager find the Irish in space as well, don't they?
Yes.
I think it's a recurring theme. The Irish just seem to turn up everywhere.
And then one goes and works on
Chief
DS9.
O'Brien.
I think our next watch along should be based on a theme, and people get to vote. We can do our favourite Tormenting O'Brien episode, because there is plenty of great Tormenting O'Brien episodes to choose from.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I needed some more quotes from Data for my collectible review. I can use that one.
Glad we could help.
Oh, this Klingon's basically picked a fight with a lamppost, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I had a
did
mate
that
who
once.
used to do
I'd
that.
had a casualty. I'd broken my foot.
What is it about Klingons picking fights with inanimate objects? This one with Data, Worf with barrels,
I think it's a bit unfair to classify Data as inanimate.
Well, non-sentient.
Now, be careful. Be careful.
Not
There
non-sentient.
was an episode about that.
Non-biological. There we go. That's probably the easiest way.
So I'm sentient, but he is not. Why? By what criteria, Commander, do you assess sentience?
That's a great episode.
Measure of Man. Well, it is a brilliant. Oh, that could be next.
That's Picard at Uber Picard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Running rings around anyone who takes him on.
Now, is that episode better than the episode where he tells Wesley to tell the truth?
Oh, the one where he says the first duty of every Starfleet officer is the truth, be it personal truth or scientific truth or blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Does he actually go? Or rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, that's a proper smackdown on Wesley, isn't it?
Yes.
Wesley, you've just killed someone. Idiot.
Stupid boy.
In fairness, we won't say that because of respect to Will Wheaton, who's asked for that not to be used in Star Trek sites and posts.
So what's he asked not to be used?
The
Shut up, Wesley thing.
that one, yeah.
Why is he asked not to be used?
I crossed it with a line from Dad's Army that said "stupid boy."
Yeah.
Why is he asked for it not to be used? What's the coup?
He says that it.
Who's
was-
asked for what not to be used? There's too much phaser fire going on.
Yes.
Will Wheaton said he'd like the phrase "Shut up, Wesley" not to be used in Star Trek reviews, posts, or anything because it's.
And basically, what we're doing at the moment, yeah.
It dam-
Oh,
it's
he
da-
has said
damaged-
that he's a bit fed up with it, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he said it helped damage his mental health.
Sorry, this isn't a joke. This is real, is it?
Actual real, yeah. Will Wheaton has asked.
It's kind of like when you see Richard Wilson in the street, you don't go up to him and go, "I don't believe it."
That'd be a really good idea, James. He'd love you to do. I think that's the best idea you've ever had. Is it? Sorry, and I've got to Google this. This is a real thing. He's gone all bloody snowflakey about it and said, "Please don't say it. It hurts my."
Well, no,
feelings."
he said don't say it. Please don't say it. Or shout it to events and things.
Oh, to be fair, that's that would get a bit annoying if you're on stage doing your bit and people are shouting "shut up" and whatnot. I get that.
Warp 9? What happened to that speed limit thing?
That's not come in yet.
I was going to say that doesn't come in until season 7, does it?
No,
Ah, yes, this is season 6, isn't it?
they haven't seen that magic sign in space yet that says national warp speed limit applies.
Gosh, you're right. He's really not happy about people saying it to him.
Yeah, I thought
No,
it's amazing what type of research you have to do when you maybe address yourself.
I try to search every morning just to double check I'm not offending anyone with, but this one slipped past me.
Well, would you like to apologise to Will Wheaton?
No, walks like a duck, talks like a
I
duck.
don't know if you are aware, there is a specific organisation called Off Richard, which is the Office for the Supervision of Richard, which handles most complaints received about him.
Thank you, Dan.
I know where we can take James, Carl, where he would be really, really happy. What's in Wilmslow that James would love?
What's in Wilmslow that James would love?
Is
Yeah.
it a folk festival?
No,
No,
it's the
it's
ICO. We could take him to the ICO. He'd have a field day.
They stole the Deep Space Nine Cardassian transporter effect for this episode.
You did not reply to my ICO comment.
Ooh.
No,
Well,
I was
Romulans
trying
have
to watch
arrived.
the episode.
Sorry, yeah. I think we take James to the Information Commissioner's office. I think he'd have a field day.
Ooh.
I quite like that female Cardassian with her lipstick and a purple spoon. They should have kept that for... Because you think about it, humans, okay, specifically human females, do an awful lot with makeup and things to make themselves look different or what they perceive as more physically attractive. So other species, you'd assume, would do the same. And the only real... We get to see Gul Ducat's daughter. Do we get to see any other female Cardassians really in DS9?
Yes.
I certainly
Yeah,
don't
There's
remember
the
any.
3 scientist ladies.
We've seen
when they
Mila.
make that- when they make
None of
the
them
permanent-
none of them look like they're ready to play a dame in
No.
a pantomime like that one, though, do they?
we see Mila, who's Garrick's mum, or maybe his housekeeper.
Housekeeper.
Possibly his mum. Never quite.
Or both.
Or both. Never quite said.
Uh-oh. Now, it's ambiguous as to whether the species that now appears are the preservers. Who are
This is it.
named
This is the bit
throughout
now.
Many Trek episodes.
That's the bit we want John Barrowman to appear. Rather than that. That's what we want.
I personally never want John Barrowman to appear.
Why do the Romulans look like they're some sort of bad Italian gangster posse? You know.
This is the lady that plays the founder in DS9.
Yes.
Oh shit! I saw a post about her the other day. Let me see if I can find it.
There's a lot of DS9 links in this episode. They blamed the production of DS9 for not giving them enough money to go and shoot this scene outdoors. They had to use the Planet Hell set instead.
What? Not enough money to. Oh, I see. They were going to go to that. They were going to go to Nevada where they shoot everything. Yeah.
The money was being spent on DS9, so they couldn't have it for this episode.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if people had evolved into the shape of a carrot or something?
Or a dodecahedron. That would look nothing like her, would it? Yeah.
In the Christmas Aldi adverts, it wouldn't be little Kevin the carrot. It'd be a person instead, wouldn't it? Because we'd all be the carrot.
What are you smoking, Carl?
Well, if we were all
something
carrots,
instead.
I mean, it's strange, isn't it? How the makeup is very similar to that alien in Voyager, the one who can manipulate the ship. You know, where they think they found a fast ship back to Earth.
Yeah,
very similar sort of.
Oh yeah,
the
the
guy who
Dauntless.
just wants. Yeah, the guy who just wants to get them to the Borg to be assimilated. Very similar. Yeah.
Yo, makeup department. What makeup have you got lying around? Well, we got this headpiece that we used once upon a time. Yeah, we can adapt that. Paul says
They don't watch the second chapter. He says, by the way, here's how to make a galaxy-destroying weapon. Oi, feet off the sofa.
So she does. You have to wonder if when you were filming this, you know, once they'd said cut and it was done, you'd be like, you know, well, we're on the bridge of Enterprise. Who fancies a beer? You know, if you didn't have a beer on the set of the Enterprise and you were the command and crew, you know, you obviously done something wrong.
I did design into the Riker's beard bridge set a table that comes up through the floor in front of the command chairs, which has beer on it. But in a red alert situation, it shrinks back into the floor out of the way.
It's probably for the best.
Difficult to build, though.
I thought that you'd designed onto the side of the captain's chair a small bottle opener.
At this point, I'd like to make our viewer aware that I'm banning the phrase "shut up, Richard" that these people keep saying to me when I'm about to offend people, because that offends me when I'm prevented from offending.
Good episode. Enjoyed that.
Actually, do you know
It's
what?
an excellent.
It's not
Really
an
good film,
episode
that
of. I've never revisited, but I thoroughly enjoyed that as well. It's great. And you're right, it's very Roddenberry-esque. Even though there was a lack of Irish.
Or Code of Honor.
Oh, the vaccine.
All that Code of Honor was missing was a little barber's called Desmond's in the corner. I mean, it's just.
Pork pie, man.
I'm hoping to go and get some vaccine tomorrow.
Have you not had your second one yet?
No, my official appointment is on Friday, but because there's now a pop-up place that you can turn up without an appointment near me, that means I don't have to do a 2-hour round trip. I'm hoping to go there tomorrow.
Who are you taking as your champion to fight for your vaccine?
You.
No, it's got to be a woman.
Oh,
Richard walks in wielding a
well,
safe.
it's got to be a woman who's a bit formidable. I'll probably take my colleague Becky.
Oh, right. So once we get off the this chat, so thank you very much for watching along. Don't forget, Let's Talk Trek will return on Sunday with
When there is
James,
no association football on.
James, Richard, and Carl, and a special guest presenter this week. I unfortunately won't be here because I'm busy.
John Barrowman.
But we are having the lovely Chris from Diary of a Lincoln Geek is coming on. to be
Oh,
our
excellent.
guest presenter for the day. So he will be.
Is
on.
he the moderator then, Stan?
No, I believe Carl gets to press the buttons. Richard gets to moderate.
Hey, what?
Ooh.
Carl, presses the buttons.
Don't just land the responsibility on us like that, Dan.
Carl gets to press the buttons. Richard has already volunteered to moderate.
Does everyone remember what happened last time I moderated?
It was fun.
James gets to try and buy some more internet. And yes. So thank you for watching. We're going to go and we're going to have a natter now. So we'll speak to you later.
Goodbye, everybody. Look
Tatty bye,
after
folks.
yourselves and each other. And Jean-Pierre Polnareff, God go.